Hello, my name is Raja and I'll be taking you through this video on the game Death Stranding. Kojima Productions had a gameplay demonstration featuring none other than Hideo Kojima's much anticipated new game Death Stranding. Although the gameplay commentary was in Japanese, we're able to learn a few things about the game from the new gameplay video, which included an epic boss battle with some kind of terrifying and creepy beast creature. Here are some other things we learned in the extended gameplay presentation. We will also discuss from the general details to the specifics like combat and story details. General details. Get this, you have a harmonica, and the baby in the baby pod likes it when you play it. You can drop your luggage if you're not careful, or if you slip on rocks or fall into water. You can drop or deposit items to move faster and turn easier. Items left by other human players can be seen in your game world. There is a baller gun that kills enemies through a lasso mechanic. Markers can be placed on the map to help you find your way. Main character Sam can take time to chill out and relax. In the game, we saw Sam enjoying nature, and there were prompts that showed he could give himself a massage or even nap. Sam can also take baths to recharge his energy. To make things easier, Sam can use a floating carrier which hovers in the air behind him. Sam can also ride this carrier, and that's pretty cool. Now, story details. Civilians live underground, in buried shelters or whole cities. Above is too dangerous, that's why they need a delivery man. Port North City, for example, has more than 50,000 inhabitants. Connecting the Chiral network allows bridges not only to connect with settlements, but also somehow recover data about history and life on Earth before the Death Stranding. Maybe they're looking for Wikipedia pages, who knows? If you find a hot spring, you can bathe to recharge your stamina and other gauges, depending on the hot spring. Walking progressively destroys your boots on rugged terrain even faster. When they are out, you start losing stamina and blood. Drinking from the canteen allows Sam to recover stamina. The canteen refills automatically when it rains or when crossing a river by filtering the water. Water has been replaced by Monster Energy drink though. That's marketing. I'm sure that's marketing. Private room. Sam has a private room where he rests and recuperates after completing a mission like the one displayed in the gameplay footage. In every Bridges facility, you get access to your private room. You can choose your suit, blue, orange, red, and even a black one. What's specific to each color though is still unknown. You can use a fancy 3D printer to fabricate equipment. The printer needs connection to the Chiral network. You can fabricate tools like ladders, ropes, and even dummies, gear like boots and exoskeletons, weapons and vehicles. You can take a shower and use the toilets. This may be a way to refill your EX grenades, but we will need confirmation on that. You can check your miniatures collection. The same green figures used to illustrate Emil's story in the briefing trailer. Cargo. Once you have selected your delivery boxes and equipment, you need to load them all on Sam, and there is a weight limit. You can stack on the backpack, shoulder pads, leg pads, or carried by hand. Some equipment can also be carried without the box, like boots and ropes, or spread into small pouches, like grenades and repair sprays. To help you balance the cargo, a yellow circle on the floor shows how Sam is leaning. An unbalanced load will make Sam prone to fall and require the player to shift the weight a bit more often. Sam has to transport various items from weapons to medical stuff, but also cryogenized sperm and eggs. You can have up to 2 floating carriers to carry more stuff. They just follow you around like drones. You can find lost cargo in the world and decide to pick it up and deliver it to the owner. Doing so will get you special rewards. Controls. Keep balance. Sometimes Sam will lose his balance when running or going up or down a slope, and the player has to quickly shift the weight left or right using the L2 or R2 buttons. Failure was not shown in the demo, however. Crossing a river. The scanner shows the water level. Blue is knee to waist deep and fine to cross. Yellow is waist to chest deep and will drain stamina to fight against the currents and keep your balance. Red is too deep. Sam will be washed away and will have to recover by paddling left or right, L2 or R2, until he reaches low level waters and can be able to stand up. Cargo can be washed away and can be recovered. Players can rest to save the game. While resting, you can massage your shoulders or stretch your legs. You can also sleep to slowly regenerate blood. While grabbed by BTs, you need to press the square button to try and shake them off, as well as L2 or R2 buttons if they're trying to put you off balance. If you fall, they get you. Scanner. When looking at a point, it shows not only the distance, but also the elevation graph. The scanner shows wet terrain in blue, slippery terrain in yellow, and rugged terrain in red. It also shows the depths of the rivers, blue, yellow, and red. Map. You can trace a route on the map by placing checkpoints. The map features basic 3D mode to check elevation. Signs placed by other players appear on the map. Combat. Mules try to steal your equipment and gear. They'll even take your shoes. Their camps are full of resources. Mule's area is marked with red poles. They won't chase you beyond that. Non-lethal takeout is possible using the Strand item. Sneak up to a guy and tie him up unconscious. The baller gun does the same from a distance but is loud. You can hijack vehicles just like GTA. However, a shock spear will shut it down immediately. You can throw cargo boxes at enemies to stun them, but it will also destroy the contents. BTs are vulnerable to bodily fluids. You can use blood grenades against them. The baller gun can also be used to immobilize BTs, and then pissing on them until they vanish is probably an option, but that was not shown in the demo. When BTs grab you, they drag you to the mini-boss nearby. This area is a potential crater. Should Sam end up being eaten, that could trigger a void out. To defeat the mini-boss, just dodge the attacks and shoot as many blood or piss ammo you've got at it. Multiplayer. When connecting an area to the Chiral network, you get to see and use items built or dropped by other players. You can like an item and see how many likes each item received. For big constructions like bridges or repair towers, many players can help building or upgrading by spending resources on the build. Players can place signs, danger signs, info signs, all kinds of signs. Players can build shared lockers and put items inside so other players can take and use. Players can dismantle communal items for resources but not take and reuse. Players can find other players' lost or dropped cargo, repair it and deliver it to a post box to see what's inside. You can then leave it there or take it. During combat against BTs, a player can call for help. Other players can answer by giving items or cheer. They'll show up as white characters in the black substance. Okay, that's all we were able to deduce from the Death Stranding gameplay revealed at the Tokyo Game Show. Death Stranding is scheduled to be released by the 8th of November 2019. Once again, I'm Raja. Stay tuned for more gaming news from Parable Sage.